Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Delicious in Dungeon as my knee itches and I gotta scratch it. Anyway, last time around we had Hag and Nightmares, where basically we ran into Izutsumi, the ninja girl of Shuro's party, who abandoned them to find our party because she's got some curses on her, which are definitely the result of black magic, one of them being that she is a cat girl. And so she needs help with that, while they were able to dispel one of the curses, the cat curse has remained on her, but she has decided to join the team in the hopes that they can talk to the Mad Mage and get a better understanding on ancient black magic so that they can save not only Fallon, but also her. Then after that, Marcel became the victim of nightmares, literal creatures known as nightmares, and Laios had to go into her nightmare and try to save her, and they were able to do that, and yeah, it all worked out. And we learned a little bit about Marcel and her insecurities and everything, and yeah, it's something. So yeah. But that's pretty much where we left off. We've got 5 more episodes of this, I do believe. 5 more episodes left of this show. Then we're going to have to move on to something else. I got some contenders in mind for what we're going to be doing after this. So, yeah. But we'll get there when we get there. Anywho, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comments for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Delicious in Dungeon. Here we go. I mean, it's just like, what choice do they got, man? I mean, especially too, I guess because she didn't understand how dire the friggin' situation was, but it's just like, yeah, they don't have food. If they don't cook and eat the monsters, they won't eat food. That's the thing. They don't have food. They don't have food because they didn't have money to bring. Even if they did, how could they bring enough food for 20 episodes so far? You know, all the way down here, it's like, that's a lot of food. That's a lot of food to bring with you, you know? They didn't have money, they didn't have food, so they came down here and they dropped their comb and they did their best, alright? I combed my hair down. I have not had a haircut in months now, at least 2 months, probably more, and I've just kind of let it grow out, and I don't know, there's a part of me that's like, I could wait a little while. I'm gonna look like Greg Universe if I keep doing this, but at this point, fuck it. I like having long hair, so even if I don't have much of it up top, so. Oh boy. It's just like, oh, you can't let minor inconveniences disturb you so much. It's like, yeah, but it's just a thing of like, just, what else can they do? You know, what else can they do down here, you know? But yeah, but she is a picky fucking eater, man. Like, I know I'm the picky eater of my family, you know? I'm the picky eater. My dad will make a meal for you know, him, my mom, and my brother. And, you know, a lot of times I eat the same meal. There are some times where I'm just like, yeah, I don't like that meal. So I make something else for myself, you know? Or he makes, you know, a little thing of mac and cheese for me, you know? I understand I'm a picky eater, but maybe this is also just because I'm an adult and she's clearly a kid. She's clearly a teenager, but if I was in a situation like this, I think I'd just eat what's given to me, you know? I actually thought of, this is the weirdest reference to make, but I thought of like the original Doctor Strange movie where he goes to, I don't remember what the fucking place is, but the place with all the fucking sorcerers and shit, where he goes to learn magic. And I thought, man, if I was in a situation like that in a different country where, you know, I'm in this like ancient like monastery of magic and shit, and they give me some food, I'm just gonna eat the fucking food, you know? I'm not gonna complain that I'm not having nachos or pizza or something, you know? So it's like I've thought of that before. Like if I feel like if I was in another place, and honestly, I don't know. See, I want to believe like if I had to live on my own and cook on my own, I would have to cook myself different meals. I'd have to learn to eat different meals, but I don't know. But then again, it's like, you know, I watch some stuff where people cook a steak, and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. This might be controversial for some of you out there, but I don't care for steak. It's not bad. I just don't care for it. I think the thing is, like, because I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. The flavor, I mean, it's not bad, obviously, but it's okay. And sometimes when I try to eat a steak and I'm chewing on this fucking piece, because I'm impatient. You know? I'm impatient. Unfortunately, I am classed as Gen Z. I used to be a millennial, but now I am classed as Gen Z. So, you know, I'm an impatient youth at the age of 28 going bald, but I'm impatient. And, you know, sometimes I'll pop a piece of steak in and I'm just like, fucking chew already, you know? Like, I want to get this bite done, then take a drink. And maybe also because I'm chewing on this for, you know, like 30 seconds or something, chewing on this one bite for what feels like an eternity, for a flavor that's just okay to me, you know? So that's kind of the thing. It's like, I don't really care for steak, actually, you know? I just don't care for steak. Now, when people cook steak, it looks delicious, you know? There's a scene in the original Captain America movie where Tommy Lee Jones comes in to one of the German scientists that they captured, and he just has a steak, and he's like, "Why won't you eat the steak?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't like it." And he's like, "You know how hard it is to get a prime cut of beef this far into the mountains?" And he's got a steak, he's got a little glass of milk, and he eats it as he's talking to this German scientist, and I'm just like, fuck, that looks so good. But I don't like steak. That said, if the choice was eat steak in the one of the deepest parts of the dungeon or die, I'm gonna eat the fucking steak, you know? That's the thing. The thing is that Izutsumi has not realized the direness of the situation, you know? Marcel has that, you know, at the beginning she was so apprehensive about eating monsters, but then she got more and more, you know, I mean, she had to do it because there was nothing else to eat. But she does still complain about it. She does still complain about having to eat monsters, so I don't know, man. Oh boy. You just gotta just fucking eat it. Stop being a tsundere cat girl. I can't believe one of my notes is literally just naked cat girl. I guess she had a loincloth, but I mean, the loincloth would not be enough for YouTube. Thank goodness this is the second video I've recorded today where I'm like, well, thank goodness I don't put this footage on YouTube. Otherwise, I might be getting in trouble, you know? But yeah, it's just like seeing that and that is funny. Because it's like, oh, well, she has, you know, so much fur. You know, she's got white fur and black fur all over her and stuff. And she's like, well, who's going to get excited about seeing a naked cat girl? And they just immediately have to cover her up. Because it's like, Laios will get excited about that. Not for any sexual reasons, but because he wants to know more about you. He wants to explore every single inch of your body. For science, but still, you know? And that's the thing, you know, is there are two kinds of people that get excited by cat girls. Laios and furries. That's it. That's the entire spectrum of people who get excited by naked cat girls. Laios and furries. That's it. There's also two kinds of people that you know, unashamedly will bark, unironically bark. Laios and furries. And that's it. And apologies, I don't mean to offend any furries out there. Shoutouts to you if you're a furry, and more power to you. That's fine. But I mean, that's the thing. I guess you are in good company, because you're in the company of Laios, who's not a furry, but he will join you in every aspect of it. Good fucking grief, man. She's a fucking naked-ass cat girl. I guess we didn't see her ass, but still. I mean, just the fact that it's like, because she had the like little loincloth, or not really a loincloth, but the little bit of underwear on there. And it's just like, but the fact that it's like, well, there's nothing across the chest. Now, she doesn't really have breasts, but at the same time, she is a girl. This is where the TVMA rating comes in on this show, which I will always contest that the TVMA rating that Netflix gives to this show is ridiculous. It's one of the dumbest things. Like, I think for the most part, teenagers would be fine watching this at the very least. I don't know. See, that's the thing I don't know also about like some of these anime where it's like, well, should children watch these? And it's like, well, there are some curse words and there is some blood and stuff. Like I was watching, I was watching a reaction to the Spy Family movie, and I thought, I think kids would really like Spy Family. But then there's also how many times Yor will just murder a dude. Like that movie opens with her just killing a dude and just blood splatters everywhere. And it's just like, But that's the thing, is like, I get the feeling it's like, no, in Japan, that's more okay. It just is a thing. Now, I don't know what the rating for this show would be in Japan specifically, but I don't know. I feel like maybe they're just more lax about it, I mean, good lord. I mean, there's fucking My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer. Both I'm pretty sure are enjoyed by children. And there's blood all over the place in those. But it's not fucking brutal. But it's not like Attack on Titan. Like, Attack on Titan has blood, and also it's a dark, miserable story. By design. But so it's just like, I don't know. It's an interesting thing where it's just like, here, this is where the TVMA rating comes in for Delicious in Dungeon. It's like specifically for Izutsumi. 20 episodes in. Now, granted, there was a little bit more. There was a little bit of like, because it's about the violence. The fact that, Laios, a fucking icicle will drop in his arm and it'll start bleeding. That gets you TVMA. The nudity, a naked cat girl. There was the bath scene between Marcel and Fallon a few episodes back. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's stupid. What I'm trying to say is the rating systems in America are stupid. And I would be curious as to what the rating for this show is in Japan. I mean, I would be curious as to what the rating system is at all in Japan, But I get the feeling this show should be fine. But yeah, it's like the biggest thing is just the naked cat girl who was almost completely naked, How many times, don't take a shot every time I say the word naked. You're either gonna pass out drunk or you're gonna get horny as shit. And I hope it's neither of those things. Just for me saying a fucking word. Anyway, don't be picky. Don't be picky. Don't be such a tsundere. She's just, it's so interesting because, Marcel has kind of been the resistance in the team, saying it's like, oh, these are stupid ideas. But even then, it's like, it was kind of, Marcel and Chilchuk, because Chilchuk would be like, oh, these ideas are stupid. This is the stupidest fucking thing. You're all stupid, Marcel is like, oh, I don't want to eat monsters. That's weird, Laios and Senshi are fine. Laios and Senshi have been the weird ones, But now to have both of those things sort of encapsulated into Izutsumi, it's something. It's something else, I must say. So, I don't know. Fucking naked cat girl. That, I should phrase that better, too. I don't know, man. I should definitely... Oh my god, how many things have I just said in this episode? This entire episode could just be an out-of-context episode, I don't know, man. I don't know. But we're still going. Excuse me. But yeah. crazy stuff. And we got 4 more episodes left. And I do like, by the way, I said this at the beginning, but I do like that they did add her. They added Izutsumi into the intro just at the end. They didn't add her in most of the rest of the intro, but I do like that at the end, in the circle that they did add her in, so that was good. So she's part of the team. We are now a team of 5, so yeah. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my delicious and dungeon reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.